guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Shay Mitchell inspired look. I love Shay Mitchell. She has been an idol of mine ever since I watched Pretty Little Liars. She was my favorite character, and since then I actually was told that I kind of looked like her, so I thought that today would be a perfect time to be doing a makeup tutorial based on her makeup. I hope that I did her justice. I absolutely loved this look. I think it's super pretty, and I hope that you guys like it as well. If you do like my videos, then don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe so that you never miss another makeup tutorial with moi. And without further ado, let's get to the makeup. So since this is such a dark look on my eyes, I'm going to be doing the eyeshadow first, and then I'm going to go back in with my foundation and concealer and contour and all that stuff afterwards, just because there might be a lot of fallout for the eye. So I'm going to start off with that first so I can get that out of the way. So for this look, we're only going to be using one palette of mine. This is my Morphe 35F palette, and I'm pretty sure it's the Fall into Frost palette, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to look it up and then I'm going to link it in the description below for you guys. So I'm going to take my detailed crease brush, and I'm going to take this kind of brownish orangey color right over here at the bottom right of the palette, and I'm just going to take that, swirl it around, and add it into my crease. If you look at the picture of Shay Mitchell that I'm getting my inspiration from, it's a little bit more darkish and a little bit more brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffier brush like this, and I'm going to take the color that's right next to it, which is this color right here, and I'm going to take that, swirl it around on my big fluffy brush, and just add it on top of this reddish color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shader brush, and I'm going to take the sparkly burgundy color at the top of the palette over here, and I'm just going to pick up some of that color and just dab it across my eyelid. So now that that's done, I'm going to take this detailed crease brush. I'm going to pick up that same burgundy kind of shimmered eyeshadow, and I'm just going to put that into my crease. This time I'm going to be a little bit more careful because I don't want it expanding out towards the eyebrow. I want to keep it in the crease and towards the lid. So just be a little bit more careful with this step than before. So now that I'm done with the lid, I'm just going to take my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon, just in the color black, and I'm going to apply that where I usually would put my winged eyeliner. I'm just going to put this kind of just smudge it on there, and then I'm going to take my smudge brush and I'm just going to kind of extend that into my eyeshadow just to create a more smoky look. So it doesn't look like in the picture that she actually has any winged eyeliner on, so this is all I'm going to be doing in terms of eyeliner. So with the same shadow brush that I've been using to smudge everything out, I'm going to take the black in that same palette, the same Morphe palette, and I'm just going to take a little bit on the tip and kind of smudge it along the top line of my lid. So now that I'm done with the top of my lid, I'm going to go in with the rest of my makeup and do my full face, and then go back in with the mascara and the lower lash line. So I actually don't use foundation. I found that I don't really break out on my skin a lot, and I don't have a lot of color correcting that I need to get done around my face. So I don't really need full coverage foundation. So instead I use my Tarte BB Tinted Treatment Primer in the color medium tan. I've used this for as long as I can remember, as long as I've been obsessed with Sephora. I've been using this BB tinted treatment. It's amazing. It applies so smoothly on, and it actually does like a pretty good coverage. You guys will be able to tell like pretty soon. So what I do is I just kind of squirt it out of the tube, pick it up with my finger, and then just dot it all around my face. And then I will just rub it all around my face. Guys, this stuff is so creamy. Like, it's obviously a liquid, but it applies so nicely and so creamily that after I'm done like finishing and like smudging it all around, it feels like there's nothing on my skin. It's literally my lifesaver. And it's really good for priming too. Like, it's a great primer. It keeps my concealer on all day. It keeps my contour on all day. It's amazing. Okay, so now that I'm done applying all that on my face, I'm just gonna go in with my Hello Flawless Benefit Pressed Powder in the color Amber, and I'm just gonna apply it. And this sets my primer and make sure, and it also kind of gives me a more like golden look, because the primer only comes in like 3 colors, and obviously that's like not enough. So this just like kind of gets me back to my original skin tone, and I kind of just bring it down to my neck as well, just so everything kind of blends out. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my concealer, my Burberry Cashmere concealer in the color Honey, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eye and set that out, and then I'll continue on with my makeup. So I'm just applying it under my eye. This is like actually a really good concealer. I really like it. Some of the reviews said that it like sets into your eye wrinkles, but I haven't found that that's a thing. I haven't found that to be true. Maybe, I mean, like, I am 21, so it might just be because I'm young, but for now it works really well, and I will continue using this. The felt tip is like, it applies really, really nicely, and it's super spongy, and you just take a damp beauty blender and blend it all out. So Shay Mitchell has we have like pretty similar eye shapes. I think it's a little bit thicker for her. So I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I already have like pretty thick and defined eyebrows, so I don't really use a like powder. I don't really use a gel, because when I did try that, and when I actually went to the mall and had someone do it for me when I was like 18, when I was just starting out doing my makeup, they did it like normally as they would anybody else, and it just looked insane on me. Like, I looked so dark. So my eyebrows are already really dark, as you guys can tell, so if I had gone in and filled it in myself like I've done before, it's just so dark. And I usually just go in with this Brow Wiz because it really helps fill it in without making it too overpowering. So, oh, I never told you the color. This is just dark brown. Yeah, it's in the color dark brown. And I kind of just fill it in. I am filling it in a little bit more than usual, just so I look more like Shay Mitchell. So I probably should have set my eyes and my concealer before I went into the eyebrows, but I didn't because I forget everything. So I'm gonna go in with my, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia contour kit. I actually have 2 contour kits because I really like, from the light to medium kit, I really like the setting shades, and I really always use this to like set my concealer. But then I have the medium to, or the, yeah, medium to tan contour kit just because the contour shades like work really well for my skin tone, and I like a dark contour usually. So yeah, I just have 2 of their kits. Oh well. So I'm just gonna go in with the top 2 shades. I don't know if you guys can really tell that much, but it's like a yellowish shade and then like a more white shade. So I just like mix them together, and then I just pat it underneath my eye and let it set for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let that set and be right back. So now that I've let that bake for about 3 minutes, I'm gonna go in with the same fluffy brush that I used to apply my pressed powder foundation, and I'm just gonna wipe it all out. So usually if I bake it for too long, my eyes get a little bit lighter than expected. So if that happens, I will usually pick up that same pressed powder that I use for like right after my primer, and I would just pick it up a little bit and then I'll just apply it underneath, so that way it doesn't look too light under my eyes. So that happened this time again. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay. So now that I'm done setting my concealer, I'm gonna go in with my contour. So Shay Mitchell always has a very defined contour, at least in my opinion. Whenever I see her photos on Instagram, on Facebook, anything really, she always has very defined cheekbones. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit, I'm gonna go in with a bronzer first, just to bronze up my face because she has a darker complexion than I do. And then I'm gonna go in with my darkest contour, and I'm just gonna contour the lines. So going back to the light to medium palette by Anastasia, I'm gonna pick up this middle shade, the one that's least touched. I'm gonna pick up this shade and I'm just gonna apply it with my angled, this is a blush brush, but I really like using it for contour and for bronzer, so I do anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up some of that color. I'm just gonna apply it usually where I would the contour. So now that I'm done with my bronzing, I'm gonna go in with a contour, not a liquid contour, but I can't really think of the word right now. Like a contour pen by NARS in the color Macao for medium dark complexions. It's actually a foundation stick, but I just get it darker and I use it as a contour. So I'm just gonna line my cheekbones with this, and then I will use my Morphe contour brush to blend it all out. So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go into my medium to tan contour kit. I'm gonna take the darkest shade that they have, which is right in the smack middle, and I'm gonna apply that over where I had already put the previous contour. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go into contouring my nose. I usually don't contour my nose very often just because it's a lot of like effort for, I feel like, something that like I already kind of have like a thinner nose, but Shay Mitchell looks like she's contouring her nose, so that means I have to contour my nose. I'm going to go in first with a lighter contour shade. Since I usually don't contour my nose, I don't want to go with like a super dark shade to begin with. So I'm going to go with this top right shade that they have in the Anastasia palette, and with my Morphe M3 brush. This is actually like came in a kit as well for my for like the nose contour kit. I haven't used it yet, so we'll see how it looks. We'll see how it plays out. Then what over here? So I'm trying to make my nose look a little bit slimmer because Shay Mitchell's is very pointed up. So obviously I can't achieve that perfectly, but I'm gonna try my hardest. So now that I'm done with my contour, my concealer, and the top lid, I'm going to go back to my eyes and do the bottom lash line with a pencil brush. I'm going to go in with that same burgundy-ish shimmer color right over here. And I'm going to take the brush, just kind of swirl it around in there, pick up some of the color, and just apply a very thick lower lash line with the eyeshadow. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take this these two colors, I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to mix them together, and I'm just going to apply it right below the burgundy color that I had. I'm going to go back in with my Marc Jacobs Highliner, and I'm going to line the lower waterline. So now I'm going to go in. With my L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Red Carpet Black Mascara, and yeah. So now that I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'm just going to finish off the eye look with some highlight just on the inner tear duct. Oh, right. So to highlight my eyes today, I'm going to be doing the lightest shade on the Morphe palette. So now that I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'm going in with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Mineral Blush and Champagne Split. So basically, this just has a blush as well as the very famous highlighter Champagne Pop, which I will also be using later on. But for now, I'm just taking an angled brush, and I'm gonna pick up some of that really pretty pink color and just apply it on, or right above, my contour. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to my highlight, and I really like layering my highlights, so I'm going to start off with the Tarte Pro Glow by Tarte, obviously. So I'm just going to take it on my finger and just apply it on my cheekbone. So for this, I only apply it on my cheekbones, and then I will layer it with the Champagne Pop that's in my Duo kit. So for to finish off my cheekbone highlight, I'm going to be picking up pretty fluffy brush from Morphe. I'm just going to pick that up and apply it right on top of the Tarte highlight that I had. And then for my nose highlight, I'm going to be taking this Morphe M170-4 brush. This is actually a lip brush, but since it's so small, it's so nice to be doing like a really small highlight just down the bridge of your nose. I'm just going to pick up some of that highlight off. So now that I'm done with the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my lipstick. This is my first time trying like a really dark lipstick with a really dark eye, and it looked awesome on her, so I'm just going to figure that it's going to look good, but we'll see. Anyway, so the lip color that I'm using today is by Kat Von D. It's in the color Damned. Okay. Wow, I actually really like this lip color with this eye. So this is my final look. I hope that you guys really liked it. I definitely enjoyed doing it, and I hope that I did Shay Mitchell some justice with this. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. I'm either thinking of doing a beauty haul because I just bought a lot of things and I could review all of the things that I got for you. Or I could do like an everyday look or a skincare routine. Let me know. Please comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And if that's all, then I will see you guys next time. Thank you.